I just filmed a video that you've already seen, and it was the grocery haul, probably from a few weeks back now. But I had come back from the gym and I'm very, very much hyper and very much, not even hyper, just my usual self. Just like, oh yeah, on a high from going to the supermarket and going to the gym and very chatty, a bunch of stuff I want to do. But today's the first day that I am trying ADHD medication, and I literally a minute ago just took the first tablet. And so I just thought I'd film what I'm like before, which is basically the reference of that grocery haul video. Basically, I'm going to document my thoughts whilst I'm trying this for a week to see if there's a change or if it does help me. But already I'm feeling a bit weird, not going to lie. It's literally been, what, maybe 3 minutes? Maybe 5 minutes since I took it, to kind of document the fact that this is the first time I've ever tried any sort of medication other than paracetamol. Okay? This is my first day trying ADHD medication, blah, 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 bing, bang, bosh, just documenting it because I'm a YouTuber now. Okay, it's been 45 minutes since I took my medication, and so far my mind feels exactly the same. However, I have managed to book a course that I've been trying to book for the past few months. And I'm now halfway through booking a flight to Berlin for my birthday to go see my sister. I just say, guys, more and more I'm just thinking the UK really is not the one. It's just not the one to be living in. I swear, everything is just hard for no reason. Morning! This is day 2 of trying ADHD medication. Yesterday, I only had the one tablet in the afternoon, like I showed you guys. And I didn't have the one in the evening again because I'm not sure what that's for. But I think actually I should have had it because I think it would have helped me go to sleep, because I couldn't actually sleep till 1 o'clock in the morning with a really strange feeling of not being tired at all. Like I was wide awake. So I started studying, which was weird for me. I was like studying, but then also watching Selling Sunset. Then I did finally go to sleep, and then I got up at 5:30, so I only got 4.5 hours sleep. Yesterday, for the rest of the day, I definitely noticed that my appetite was not the same. You guys know me, my appetite is a bottomless pit. So yesterday I really didn't have appetite, and I didn't have cravings for like sweet stuff and like just not like my usual. So I didn't have like the struggle that I usually have with control, which was a really weird feeling. But this morning I got up at 5:30, like I said. I did the kids' lunch and got breakfast ready and all that. Then I took myself to the gym at 6:30 before having anything to eat and before having any medication, because I read that you should probably do your workout before you take your medication because it can raise your heart rate. So I don't want it to affect my training whatsoever. So I went to the gym, did that, came back, and I took the first pill an hour ago, which was 8:30 in the morning. So today will be the first day that I actually tried taking it as it says on the box, basically in the morning, at noon, and at night, not just once. Or I'll see how I feel anyway, but that's the plan. Yesterday I didn't feel like it did much other than I noticed my appetite. But then I also did notice that I actually managed to think of something, like I always do, I think. But then I managed to hold that thought for a while before skipping on to various thoughts, or before going back and forth in my head. Does that make sense? And I also felt very positive yesterday. And I also felt less irritable. You know when the kids come home from school and I get quite overwhelmed with that whole school routine and the noise and everything? That didn't happen yesterday. I felt like I was way more pleasant to my family about small things. But this might be a placebo. So anyway, I took it an hour ago. And this morning I felt like my usual. I woke up with a billion thoughts. But then I took the pill at 8:30 and I've come back, and 9 o'clock until 9:30, I've managed to film 2 videos, not YouTube videos. I've managed to film 2 short form videos, which for me has always been a huge struggle. The idea of filming something as I'm getting ready, etc., has always been like a big hoo-ha in my head. And sometimes that's why I never get around to doing it. When really, with my job, one of the benefits is that I can literally live my life and turn it into work. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, I'm so lucky. And so a lot of the times when I get ready, I should be filming that for getting ready with me content, but I don't, because it's too much to think about in my head, when realistically is quite a simple thing to do. Especially if you already have your setup and you've been doing this for years like me. Suddenly the idea of, okay, why don't I just film 2 TikToks or 2 Instagram reels while I'm getting ready wasn't a huge task. It made sense. It was just a simple task. Which for me, if this is actually genuinely gonna help me in my work, then this is a huge positive effect for me so far. But anyway, now I'm going into the office, and me and Sid have an appointment at 10 o'clock. which is half an hour. So I'm gonna go do that. And it's actually our therapy, our weekly therapy that we've started to have. And last week's one, I wasn't on any medication because I've just started. So it would be really interesting to see what I'm like during our therapy session, because last week our therapist literally had to tell me about 20 times, Dina, can you let Sid talk? You will get your turn. Like, I kept interrupting. I just couldn't help myself. I told her I've got ADHD and that it's really difficult for me not to interrupt or finish people's sentences because I worry that I'm going to forget the important thing that I want to say. So far, only positive, but we're yet to try a full day, so today will be the first full day and we'll see how we go. Guys, I started driving before getting the camera out, but we just finished our therapy session. And why was I going to do this again? What was I going to say? I did interrupt Sid. In fact, I wanted to interrupt just as much as I normally do. But I did have more control, so she only had to tell me twice this time, rather than 20 the first time. So there's that improvement. But it was quite an emotional therapy session, that one. And so now I'm feeling quite down. But normally when I'm feeling the way I'm feeling right now, I will say to myself, F it, I'm gonna eat for England today. So this is the biggest thing I'm noticing with this medication, is that I don't have the desire to do that. I don't have the desire to pig out like I normally daily struggle with. I was fully focused in therapy and everything we were talking about. Last week I remember thinking about work and other bits and bobs and being distracted and then coming back into the topic of conversation. But this week I was fully into it, so maybe that's why I feel a bit more emotional about it, because I was fully all my energy in it. And I think Sid as well, I think he feels a bit drained from that session actually, because he let out a lot of information that he normally would bottle up. But I think it's a good step forward because he needs to talk more. I need to talk less, clearly. The main thing I'm noticing is I'm yet to experience any hunger. And normally I am ravenous for breakfast by this time. Breakfast and lunch I would have had. You can feel a tiny hunger pain, but it's such a dull feeling less impulsive. But anyway, now I'm on the way to town because it's Hannah's birthday and we're going for brunch, pretty much. Hello. I did not come home until 2:30 in the afternoon. So that is when I took the second one. I feel like the first one that I took at 8:30 pretty much lasted, I feel like I could feel it wearing off around 1:30, where I started getting a little bit overwhelmed with my surroundings. And then in terms of like eating, I still wasn't like that hungry to eat, but there was a hunger pain. So obviously we ate. I forgot to film, man. Totally forgot to film. So it's not actually taking away my appetite, but what it is doing is making me not focus on food for the whole day. When I started eating, the flavor's great and I'm like, yeah, give me more. Nom, nom, nom. So I could feel the effects wearing off for about an hour, but then I got home and I had another one and I think it probably hasn't kicked in. What I really want to try and do is try and study tonight with the medication. Update you guys later on in a few hours, I think, because basically what's about to happen is Hannah's home from school. Mika will come home soon with Sid, and this is usually the overwhelming time for me where I get triggered, or whereas I really want to be more in the moment and enjoying that time with the kids before they go to sleep, which did happen yesterday for the first time in a long time, so that was really good. Good morning, guys. Today is the next day and it is basically day 3 on ADHD medication, but yesterday's day 2 was the first day that I tried it. I tried the 3 pills that it says to take morning, noon and night. And I noticed that at nighttime, it just made my sleep even worse. Like, I already have really bad insomnia. Having said that, this morning, I woke up feeling like I was feeling when I take the medication, like quite calm and not like, in the morning. But I did wake up at 5:30 a.m. Today, I'm actually not going to take anything, because I know that I've definitely noticed a difference by taking them, but it would be, I do want to see what I'm like now if I don't take anything today. Am I going to go back to my usual self today or not? Because if I do, then I know for sure that it's working. Good morning from me and clothes that have been draped over my door. This is day 4 on ADHD medication. Yesterday, I spent the whole day not taking anything. And by the time 10 o'clock in the morning came around, I was pretty much my usual self. So that was a confirmation that it definitely makes a difference. Today's the weekend. Now me, usually on a weekend, I'm in the gym in the morning and then I come back and I'm like very much just ready to get the day started and done. So basically just wanting to go out straight away or just, you know, like I can't just sit still and just chill. So today I decided I am gonna take it. So I did take it at 9 and this morning I was very, very irritable. I feel like it hasn't actually kicked in, if I'm honest with you. Although now it's about 11:30. And I'm thinking now maybe I'm supposed to take it as recommended 3 times a day for 30 days for me to see continuous results. I don't know if I can actually just pick it up and choose as I want. Although that did work on day 1 and day 2. Although I feel like it hasn't kicked in, the 2 hours that I have taken it, I have managed to get a lot done still. So I have managed to edit a video, I have managed to figure out finding a video editor to edit for me so I can spend my editing hours doing something more productive. So although I don't feel as calm and zen as I did the other days, I have managed to get a lot done. So there is that. Good morning. Today is day 5 on ADHD medication. However, yesterday is the first time that I feel like it did absolutely nothing all day. Literally nothing. I felt like just normal Dina, like I felt like it did nothing. So maybe my tolerance is actually really high and I just noticed the positive effects on day 1 and day 2 because obviously it's the first time taking anything like that. And I've taken my first pill of the morning to see if today will make any difference. The interesting thing as well is I asked Sid if he's noticed a difference. He did notice a huge difference on the first 2 days, but yesterday he said, no, it's definitely not working, this medication. Don't fill up because you need a proper breakfast. Kids will happily snack all day. Sometimes I think the person you live with will notice, you know, more than you, or will be able to confirm if there's a difference or not. And he said he did notice a huge difference on the first 2 days. Today I have woken up potentially a bit calmer than normal. And so I'll give you an example. So I'm going to a gym class today that I haven't managed to go to for a few weeks, and when that happens I usually now start thinking about, oh, maybe I'll just never go there again and I'll never see these people again. It would just be easier than going again after a few weeks. And I just have this weird thing, right? I don't understand why, it's just me. This is how I can't keep friends, etc. Yeah. And I was having those thoughts last night and I was having it this morning. But then I took my pill and then I'm just, within about half an hour, I'm just basically like, oh yeah, obviously I'm going to the class, like what? I'm not overthinking really, really tiny, minute, dumb things. Do you mind, Chaplain? We're gonna have the full course, day 5. And we're going to see how things go. By the way, yesterday my appetite was completely normal, even though I had the full course as well. Completely normal appetite yesterday, so that's a good sign that I'm not gonna, you know, lose my appetite taking this, because yesterday I was like, oh yeah, it's back. It wasn't like day 1 and 2 where it completely diminished my appetite. But I didn't get any urge to binge at all. Very positive side effect there for me. 0 urges to binge, but hunger as usual. But when I'm feeling the hunger, it's like, okay, time to eat. Oh, I've eaten, I'm full, done. Whereas a lot of the time, you know, I will binge. I have a huge, huge problem with binge eating. This just helped me with my binging. That in itself is so worth it, because the binge disorder genuinely ruins my life, like dictates my whole month, sometimes my whole week, my performance in work, performance at the gym, performance at home as a mother, and my personality and everything. It really, really, really controls you. So if anything, if this helps my binge eating, I will be so, oh my gosh, so happy. So many years of people have said, oh, try intuitive eating, and I've always thought, what is wrong with me? Why is this shit not working? All the shit I've tried, why is this shit not working? Just in these 5 days alone, I pop a pill. And I'm not even battling with that thing of like wanting to binge, and it's suddenly just so easy. I can't believe it, and I don't want to believe it because it seems too good to be true. Back from the gym, the only thing I could say is don't take your ADHD medication before you work out, because you will not have your usual strength or endurance, that's for sure. Do not do it. Good morning and welcome back to the vlog that you're currently watching. Anyway, it's day 6. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Kids are asleep because yesterday they had a very, very late night, literally like midnight, because they were with their cousins, etc, etc. Anyway, I feel like it definitely helped me yesterday, especially because yesterday was a very big social day. Now, it is only just a social day with family, but combined, me and Sid have a huge family, especially when everyone's together. And yesterday was one of those days. And normally I do get quite, I mean, I'm fine, and I chat and I'm chilling, like, but towards the end of the day, I do start getting a little bit, you know, like I'm done now. Just my battery just kind of runs out, and I start getting very, very overwhelmed with the noise. TV very loud, there's kids playing, there's conversations trying to happen, and I find it very difficult. That didn't change. I still had those issues, but the only difference was I wasn't getting angry about it. I was just sitting there happily quiet, rather than feeling like, no, I need to make conversation, or I need to do this, I need to do that. So I just wasn't getting angry about it. Everyone kind of noticed as well that I'm just calmer than usual. Yesterday I didn't try and do any work or anything though. It was a Sunday anyway. Usually on the weekends I'm like panicking about Monday, wanting to get loads of housework done and just being quite scattered and frantic. So usually my everyday tasks, you know, that everyone has, running a house, etc., really overwhelm me, and they really, really, they exhaust me. Not doing them exhausts me, but my thought process around them exhausts me, and that's why I get super overwhelmed. For some reason, something's not clicking, Stephen. I feel like this medication is gonna help me not be exhausted over things that are not worth being exhausted over. Hello and welcome to day 7 of taking ADHD medication. Day 6 yesterday, I literally took it in the morning and in the afternoon, and I did not do the evening one, and I had the best sleep ever because it actually, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the fringe. It's just, I wish I never cut it. What I have found is that every time I take it at 9 o'clock, like it says, the insomnia is way worse. So yesterday I completely knocked out and I ended up waking up at 6:15. So that was a decent sleep. But I noticed in the evening when Sid came back, I was a little bit like, go with him, kind of like just talking a lot and bombarding him with loads of information, like at 10 o'clock at night, talking about work, etc. And I realised that's probably quite stressful for him when it's the end of the night and you're trying to wind down. That's usually what I'm like. I'm just like 100 miles an hour. And if I think of something or we've got things to do, like I need them done now. That's just reminded me things that we need to do today. I need to find Hannah's passport. Send that off, that's the big one. I haven't taken it yet, day 6, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning because I went to the gym early, so I didn't want to take anything yet. And I'm gonna see how I am all morning. I have an appointment at 1 o'clock, which is just for lashes. So I'm gonna try not to take anything until it's the afternoon one and just see how this may affect my morning, but hopefully I'll be, you know, I'm fine. Sorry, did I say day 7? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It is, wow, it's day 7. Wow, it's actually, I mean, I'll conclude at the end of the day, but actually like it's been 7 days a week and it's probably one of the best weeks I've had in terms of irritability, a calmness, focus, and less stress, more at peace. But I'll conclude at the end of the day and I'll let you know. My updates are terrible. I'm really not updating properly, but I kind of just wanted to document this for myself because it's the first week I've ever taken any kind of medication actually, so. Hello from me and my dead Monstera plant. Don't tell me about this plant. This is not my responsibility. I mean, it is, but this plant was originally my sister's. Oh, it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. Look at it from this angle. Actually, hello from me and my absolutely fine Monstera. So it's the end of the day. Oh, I got my lashes done. Hello. I did end up taking my medication. I took it later on in the morning at like 10. And then I took it at 3. And then technically I should take one at night in about half an hour. It's 8:30. Can you believe it's 8:30? And the sun is just shining through. Ignore the mess. I'm in the renovation side. Today's actually been a good day, I believe. Good headspace day. Because I've just come to the point basically where I'm kind of just like, look, I know this is working, so just use it to help me, because so far it's been a very positive week for me. I'm kind of just like at this point now. What is that on the sofa? Oh, a feather. It's also been a challenging day in terms of like what's going on around us. And I feel like I coped with it quite well. I think I am going to continue on this medication. So in terms of mentally, it's been excellent for me. In terms of focus, hasn't been excellent, but it's definitely been a difference that I can see in the week. Also, when I say focus, it doesn't necessarily mean getting things done, but what it does mean is not constantly changing my mind about what it is that I'm doing, which usually then would mean that I'm constantly starting new projects but not finishing them. When I've set out to do something, I'm not suddenly just changing my mind when I get bored or when it gets difficult. I'll just continue through it. Does that make any sense? So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching this. Till next time, bye!